Are provinces or the federal government best equipped to make climate policy?
I think both have a role to play. I think they work in combination. If only one part is doing it, you're always going to have resistance from the other side. I think it's a joint effort of all Canadians actually to understand how real climate change is, and to actually follow and come through with these policies and be more strict about them if needed. I think it's everyone's job.
Canada, that's for sure, because we're like a country, so every country in the world should have their own thing to prevent the temperature and everything.
I think that citizens should get involved with it too, not just governments telling us what to do, because then it's more it is our lives that are being affected by it. So I think that if we're able to have a say in what's being done to change it, then I think that would be good, and then just everyone can get involved in it.
We're using stuff at a city level as well. I don't know if the municipal government's also involved in those. So we pay taxes federally, provincially, and municipally. So in terms of climate change, I think for instance, public transit, we need to make sure we have a good system, and that would decrease our emissions in Edmonton.
In general, we get, especially with Kyoto, we got a lot of goodwill promises, but with no enforcement, it got 30% worse. So I feel like it needs to be forced, otherwise nobody does anything about it.
It's got to be a partnership, right? It starts from the city level all the way up to provincial, federal, and then all the nations working together towards a common cause. I think if we're not all working together, we're not going to be able to make the impact that we need.
It's technically should be a provincial tax, so they should have control of that. But looking at how it will affect me as a farmer, we do not have control of our pricing. And in Canada, we actually have the second highest input costs in the world, second next only to Japan. So it costs me a lot of money to grow my crop, and I don't get to control my end pricing.